What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash. Shout out to the Dragon Riders and the House of the Dragon. It is the 30th day of July, and here we are moving up a nice little bit, 4% up on the day so far, which is good. $219 is the price, 10 hours left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe, thank you all. Let's get into it, okay? We have seen a robust turn to the downside. We have consolidated and accumulated at the base of this range. And now, potentially, there's a chance, there's a possibility here that we do have a higher low dynamic at play. And if this is a higher low from a low to a high, not the fake out high, the original high of this move, we bounced right off, literally tit for tat, right off that golden ratio marker there. So that's phenomenal. Right there at $204, bouncing off that level. Finding support moving up in this way, if we are to move higher, it really does build the case that this could be the low. As we moved lower, as we broke out of this range to the downside, volume has decreased. We're at the part where the volume is at the lowest, so I think there's less interest in the price going down. All the people who wanted to sell, they've sold already, right? They've probably sold already. And now there's really only interest left for the buyers, right? There's only some buying interest left. Even outside the fibs, you can see that we found support here at prior resistance, here at prior support levels as well. So finding support in this area. We look at this on the daily time frame. The RSI is shaping up a little bit. We're going from getting into the oversold zone to rejecting the oversold zone to now we're not even getting near the oversold zone after getting a little bit overbought. That's nice. It is a change of tide, a little change of the tune there. And overall, you've got these higher lows building its way up to the overbought zone. This next run could be a little bit bigger. I am expecting it to be bigger. There's a fly, so I'm gonna do this for a solid minute in case it decides to come back. All right. Maybe I should have it in a way. Let's see. It's like off the camera. It looks a little bit funnier. We're just gonna do this for like a solid minute in case he decides to come back, because they like to do that, man. They circle, and then once they find out that it's a hostile area, they go away. Well, at least that's what I tell myself. So I'm just gonna keep doing this. Anyways, riding the dragon right now. Whoa! It's more like a bull. But anyways, the Bitcoin bull, baby. Bitcoin Cash, BCH USD, $220 now. If we are moving to this overbought zone on the RSI, if we're moving to the overbought zone on the stochastics, if the MACD here is about to cross back up and go above the zero and cross through the zero, not just find resistance at it here with its oscillators, we're set up for a very bullish move. And when I say very bullish move, I mean like this was nice, right? We were all having fun for like the couple of weeks that this took to transpire. We're having a lot of fun with this. That was a 39% move. That's great. This next move could and likely will be larger. It'll likely be a larger move. And I could see us moving up to this knot area, this little knotty knot right there at about $300. That sounds appropriate in my opinion. If we look at this on a weekly time frame here, we take the high to the low. That is right above the 382 right there at about $310. Typically, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but typically you do wick above the 382. That's how you find resistance. You don't come right to this level and then stop. You actually wick a little bit above it, and then that's where you stop. So something above 310, something around there, that makes the most sense to me. I think you'll find resistance, probably come back down to the 236 to find support, and then continue to rally, which is also at prior resistance here. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor. We're likely in the midst of a move that will inevitably take us to $400 and beyond. I'm really starting to think Bitcoin Cash has found its bear market low. There's a time there, a little moment where we were thinking we might go lower, depending on what Bitcoin does, you know, that could still happen. But if Bitcoin crashes, if it sees its end of market finale while we're up here, that really does give us more reason to believe that we could find support at higher low levels and not go below this low. So either way, regardless of how this all transpires, we move up here, then we come back here for support, or we come lower to find support, whatever the case may be, we're probably going to be in this realm for months to come, for the predominant part of the remainder of this year. And I do believe we'll work our way back up to 400. I do believe we'll work our way back up higher. Just imagine on a weekly time frame, you're looking at this chart and you see this thing doing this, and then we're back up here. I mean, I would think that we're breaking out, man, to the upside. I would think that's what we're going to do. We break out of this to the upside, we start to see higher prices than we'd seen from the prior cycle. We've never done that before. Right here, the exciting thought was once we get above this high, we see new highs cycle over cycle. But now, because we've already gone through a bull market, now this was part of the last bull cycle. The next bull cycle, when we see higher prices here, This is that new dynamic for Bitcoin Cash. It's not this one anymore. So that standard has gotten lower because of the amount of time that's gone on. And I'm drawing it here in this way of like a V-shaped recovery. Maybe it's that way. When Michael Saylor on X.com said maybe we need to add a new color, perhaps he's talking about Bitcoin Cash. Maybe Donald Trump adds Bitcoin Cash into the strategic crypto reserve. Maybe there's other nation states that say Bitcoin Cash is the real Bitcoin and it's better than Bitcoin, and we're going to start using this instead of Bitcoin itself to rival our competitors. Whatever the case may be, maybe none of that happens, and it's just some stacked VCs with very fat bags who are buying this thing up. Any of those options could send us into a V-shaped recovery, or maybe we take more time. Maybe it's this slower pace that takes over a year, and sometime in late 2027, mid 2027, or later, that's whenever we see these higher prices. It can be either way. All I'm trying to get to here is not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if you're making purchases down here, have these purchases set for the long haul, okay? Because likely not in a year, but in multiple years, that's when the real payout comes into view, okay? Things that we were expecting last cycle to happen are getting pushed to this cycle. Last cycle, I was expecting we'd go to 20K, 13K at a minimum to 20K at the maximum. Those targets are still on the table. They've just gotten pushed to the next cycle. So something up here, that's the expectation, new all-time highs by the end of the next cycle. If I'm correct in this assumption, this should happen sometime in the years of 2028 and 2029. Sorry, I drew that wrong. Somewhere in this kind of time frame here. I don't have anything else to say. I said it all. You guys know what it is. Bitcoin Cash is moving up. Right now we're at 219, expecting it to move to 310 and just a little bit above there. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all. Ooh, let's actually, we haven't done this in a second. Let's do BCH BTC. Because this chart, again, guys, it's very bearish overall. Its whole existence has been very bearish, just lower lows. Oh wait, we want the Binance chart. There's more history, just a little bit more history, but still more history. You know, lower lows, lower highs throughout its whole existence, its whole history, but you're doing something different here. You're breaking out of this channel and you're doing it in a soft kind of curving formation. You're getting this rounded bottom look, and that's pretty awesome. That's powerful stuff, man. This is like multi-cycle stuff. The longer it takes to shift, the better, actually, because this is a long phase of accumulation we're seeing. I mean, this dates back to 2022. Very long phase of accumulation. And then we start to round out. This is where parabolic moves come. Bitcoin Cash has never seen a solid retracement versus Bitcoin in its life. Maybe this. That's all. If this is a rounded bottom and it comes back up, this could provide a very solid retracement indeed, you guys. And if we were to do that from a high to a low, the 382, which is a pretty standard area to go to, that's about 2% of a Bitcoin. We're at 0.003. I guess we're at 0.3% of a Bitcoin right now. To go from there to 2%, and again, you probably wick a little bit above there. That's phenomenal. Let alone if we were to see something around the golden ratio, which is 6.4 to 9%. That's incredible growth versus Bitcoin. Bitcoin itself is going to grow. That means versus the dollar, this is even more immaculate of an environment for pumping. Somebody told me, they're like, you're using the word immaculate wrong. It's like, immaculate just means like perfect. It means good. It means ideal. It's like, what do you mean? I think that person thought that immaculate means like emasculating or something like that, demasculating. It's like, I don't know, this freaking fly, man. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna cast my spells on these flies, and I will see you guys on the next one. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Take care of yourselves. Accumulation is happening. Even if we go lower, it's still happening. As long as we're just kind of like not doing this stuff and we're doing this kind of sideways stuff, I think as the years transpire, especially going into the finale of next cycle into late 2028, 2029, we should see some incredible results here with BCH BTC. I think it's the proof's in the pudding right now. Anyways, take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.